story of Steve and Rebecca. We have to go back to a night, about 4 years ago, when Becky was working in her sister's store. Steve came in to play games with his friends, but his friends never showed up. Coincidentally, Steve never left. One thing led to another, and pretty soon Steve's joining a conversation that Becky's having with a friend of hers. Next thing you know, Steve's invited them to come watch a movie. They said yes, but in the long run, Becky was the only one that went. The next thing you know, as the store name said, let the games begin. Well, to make a long story short, here we are, 4 years later, and the real journey for Steve and Rebecca is really about to begin. When Steve proposed to Rebecca, it was a hot summer day. She was lounging, watching TV, eating ice cream, in her shorts, in her hot top, and it was really boiling. Steve decided he'd leave. Announced so to Becky, which she thought was rather strange. He didn't usually announce his comings and goings. But she thought, yeah, whatever. She'd been up all day and she hadn't worked that night, so she was really just kind of looking forward to going to bed for a few hours. Pretty soon, back into the door comes Steve, and he announces, funnily enough, that he's back. He walks into the room and hands her a big bouquet of flowers. She kind of thought that was a little strange, but then he'd been known to stop and give her flowers before. And then, all of a sudden, he announced to her, well, you know, I'm not really terribly romantic. Well, all of a sudden, Becky began to get a little suspicious. A girl kind of knows. Make a long story short, Steve got down on one knee, yes, in the old traditional way, opened up the ring box and asked Becky to marry him. Becky got so excited, she threw the flowers on the couch, she hugged and kissed him and cried a lot, and finally Steve said to her, aren't you even going to look at the ring? Whereupon Becky went, oh my God, it's gorgeous. It's been downhill ever since. I just want to wish you all the best in your coming life. May you have as many good years as your mom and dad, your Uncle Gordon and I, and all the rest of us who are enjoying a great life together. I hear there's one or two things about the broom that I don't know if all of you are aware of, but Steve's kind of a nerd. He's a great nerd, but he's kind of a nerd. Nice! I know for a fact that right now he'd much rather be playing with his computers than sitting here facing a bunch of sweaty people. That'll come, Steve. 4 more days, you're a free man again. Well, relatively speaking. Of course, you realize, of course, now that we've actually tied the knot, that there's only one income. Anything that Becky earns is hers, and anything that you earn is hers. And there's only 2 rules. And as long as you remember those 2 rules, you guys will have a wonderful life together. The first rule is, women make all the rules. And the second rule is, we can change them whenever we want to.
There is
one other rule.
There's 3 rules.
Isn't it?
And you can't move back home.
Although the precedent has been set, we apparently, once you've left, it can't come back. I hope everybody has a good evening. We start the dinner, which I'm assuming will start with the bride party. And then,
The old folks.
apparently the old folks are eating next. Or maybe we should wait and let them stay till the very end, so that they don't hold the line up with the rest of us.
Watch out.
Everybody eat and enjoy.